Season Pass, sponsored by Kelly Grimsley Kia.
Welcome, everyone, to Episode 6 of Season Pass. I'm your host, Ryan Reynolds. I'm here to guide you through another week of Concho Valley sports. Fridays are for football, more specifically high school football, and Week 4 was filled with dominant performances and a crazy comeback. I don't want to spoil too much, so I'll let the highlights speak for themselves. We also have high school volleyball action, as well as highlights from Angelo State Athletics. So let's just cut to the chase and get right to it. Starting with Lakeview, the Chiefs entered Friday's game against Fort Stockton, looking to start 4-0 for the first time since 1983. It was also homecoming for the Chiefs, and they haven't won a homecoming game since 2010. That one, ironically, against Fort Stockton. So can Lakeview rewrite the record books and continue their historic play on the gridiron? Let's find out. The Lakeview Chiefs hosting the Fort Stockton Panthers. Fort Stockton also undefeated entering this game. First quarter, no score opening drive for the Chiefs. Going forward on fourth, a bad snap, and Albert Rodriguez falls on it. Turnover. The Panthers quickly march down the field on their first drive. Dominic Aguilar keeps it and runs it in from 4 yards out for the touchdown. Fort Stockton on the board 7-0. Later in the quarter, 3rd and goal for the Panthers. Aguilar punches it in for another score, 13-0 Panthers after the missed point after attempt. Second quarter, after a missed 27-yard field goal by the Panthers. Ensuing drive for the Chiefs, Albert Rodriguez finds Johnny Espinosa downfield, and he finds Pater an 80-yard touchdown pass to make it 13-7 Fort Stockton. Espinosa has found the end zone in every game so far this season, and Lakeview's homecoming woes continue. They fall 60-21. Central trying to avoid its first 1-3 start since 2010. First quarter, Pebble Hills strikes first. Sebastian Ochoa to A.J. Salazar. Bobcats would block the extra point. Spartans lead 6-0. After a Bobcats field goal now, Malachi Brown, he's going to find Jalen LaFesti for the 19-yard touchdown. They take a 9-6 lead. Pebble Hills would answer in a big way, though. Ochoa finds Anthony Donacio. He won't go down. He scores. Pebble Hills would carry a 40-24 lead into the half. But the Bobcats defense shut down the Spartans in the second half. Central overcomes the 16-point deficit to win 44-40. The number 4 ranked Wall Hawks hosting Sonora on homecoming. Walls won the last 12 matchups against Sonora, with its last loss dating back to 2000. First quarter, 6-0 Hawks. Sonora punts it away, and it's going to be picked up by Chase Rios. Gets some open space. He uses his blocks to jet down the sideline. Rios is in for 6. They failed to convert the 2-point conversion. 12-0 Hawks with the early lead. Into the first now, same score. Hawks driving again. Mason Fuchs fakes the pitch, rolls to his right, and finds Chase Rios again. He stays on his feet, but is brought down from behind. Hawks unable to score on that possession. Second quarter, we're going to jump to the second quarter. Still 12-0 Sonora facing a 3rd and 16. They get a chunk of that back as Preston Gonzalez finds Wilson Johnson for a nice pickup, but the Hawks defense stands tall. Wall gets the win on homecoming, 33-0 over the Broncos. Cristoval on the road this week, taking on Cross Plains. We pick it up in the first quarter. Braden Wilcox throws an interception. Cross Plains scored on the drive, 7-0 Cross Plains. But Wilcox would respond in a big way. Here he takes 40 yards down the sideline. That's 6 for him. The PAT was no good. 7-6 Cross Plains still out in front. But that didn't matter, because Cross Plains doesn't have Braden Wilcox. Again, he's making people miss. He's in for the score. Wilcox with it again, making people miss. Scores. Cristoval defeats Cross Plains 26-14. The final score, Cristoval Cougars remain undefeated. They're 4-0. El Dorado taking on Ira Ann. The Braves win the toss and elect to receive. After a turnover on downs, the El Dorado Eagles get the ball, and that's when they get to work. Kevin Covarrubias gets the touchdown, making it 6-0 all the way to halftime. But the Eagles would make sure they won this one tonight. They score 30 points in the second half, and I guess when you've got the 2A built Ford Tough Player of the Week, Kevin Covarrubias, you can do that to a team. They go on to win in a blowout, 36-0. Scoping out some other scores throughout the Concho Valley, the Miles Bulldogs, despite trailing 7-0 at the end of the first quarter, Davian Martinez and that offense explodes for 56 points. They down the Hornets 56-7, the final there. Miles will host Monday on Friday at 7:30 p.m. Dublin, they beat Brady 21-12. Brady has a tough test on Friday against Jim Ned. Kickoff of that one at 7:30 p.m. Speaking of Jim Ned, they hand the Mason Punchers their second loss at the Puncher Dome this season. Coming up on Season Pass, we continue our Week 4 high school football coverage with highlights from 5 more games. You don't want to miss those. Don't go anywhere. Season Pass will be right back.
And I wish we had some.
And rich, delicious Dr. Pepper.
Cool robot.
Thanks, but actually he's a cooler from the future.
Wow.
Don't touch. He's very cold. Dr. Pepper, so nice to treat you.
The rule of 3 states, things that come in threes are inherently more appealing. We couldn't agree more. Three SUVs, 1 GMC. Get over $6,400 below MSRP on this 2019 GMC Yukon Denali. Plus, current eligible GM owners get over $3,200 additional purchase allowance. Visit Mitchell Buick GMC in San Angelo.
Proline Rentals and Sales is now offering West Texas short and long-term residential storage. Our brand new high-quality containers can be utilized for any of your storage needs. Our professional staff will ensure your unit is up to standards, and when you're ready, we'll be there to pick it up. If you're doing housing renovations, moving across town, or just need some extra space, we can provide you with an on-site solution. You can even store your unit at our facility if you need extra time. For more information, call, visit us in person, or check us out online at ProlineRentals.com.
If I could lower your payments and put you in a new vehicle, well...
I got this, Dolores. If I could get you in a new car and lower your payment, or at least keep it the same, would you do it?
Well, why would you?
Get a brand new 2020 Nissan Altima, just $299 per month. Or how about a new 2020 Nissan Rogue S, just $395 per month.
Jim Bass Cars and Truck, Houston Hart and Arden Road.
Or shop 24/7 at BassFresh.com.
Man, I wish we had some.
And rich, delicious Dr. Pepper.
Cool robot.
Thanks, but actually he's a cooler from the future.
Wow.
Don't touch. He's very cold. Dr. Pepper, so nice to treat you.
To this one, first quarter, Camden Pruitt gets the Eagles out to an early 6-0 lead. Then the next possession for the Eagles, it's going to be Cross Niddle. He's going to roll out to his right, and he finds Pruitt again. Niddle would finish off the drive with a QB draw for a touchdown. Sterling City in front 14-0, and it was simply a mismatch. Niddle taking Riley Greider here. Sterling City didn't 45 the Hornets at halftime, but they did go on to win it 55-8, the final score. Let's travel 47 miles over to Bront. The Longhorns taking on Santa Ana. First quarter, Santa Ana strikes. Jackson Diggs takes the ball, gets the edge, and bolts into the end zone. He's going to score easily. Santa Ana leads 8-0 after the made kick. Still first quarter, and can you dig it? Jackson Diggs again displaying his athleticism. He outruns the Longhorns and strides in for 6. Santa Ana leads 14-0, but Bront finally gets on the board thanks to this heads-up play by Jet Jackson. He takes the ball, cuts back across the field, and catches everyone on Santa Ana off guard. Jet Jackson turning on the Jets up the sideline, and he cruises into the end zone. Longhorns trail 14-8 after the made kick. Bront gets their first win, 62-38. Water Valley hosting Ira, and it would be a tough night for the Wildcats. A week to forget early on. Anthony Coy takes the pitch, takes the sideline, turns on the Jets, breaks a tackle, and scores 8-0 Ira. Coy showing what he's made of on that run. Bulldogs out in front. Later, Matthew Brazil, watch this play. Take a look. Here it comes. He's going to leap over a Water Valley defender and walks into the end zone. Ira, they extend their lead. Water Valley had their moments, though. Gabriel Smith finds Cannon Wise deep downfield. However, Water Valley would throw a pick on the very next play. Water Valley gets shut out at home. Ira takes it 52-0. Paint Rock hosting Panther Creek. The Indians on a 13-game losing streak. Early in the game, no score. Derek Plumley takes the handoff and scores easily. They go up 6-0 after the missed kick. Later in the quarter, though, Plumley takes the pitch and finds the end zone again for another Indian touchdown. 12-0, Paint Rock in front. Can they do it? Can they snap that losing streak? And hey, if Plumley can do it twice, why not 3 times? Plumley again taking it for another Paint Rock touchdown to give his team an 18-0 lead early in the second quarter. Paint Rock, they do it. They get their first win since 2017. They beat Panther Creek 52-12. Over to Very Best, the 1-2 Falcons taking on the Brooksmith Mustangs. Homecoming for Very Best, but things would turn sour in the first quarter. First play from scrimmage for the Mustangs. Holden Bolt pitches it to Jonathan Willoughby, and he zooms in for 6. Brooksmith leads 8-0 after the made kick. Later, Bolt, he tosses it to Tyler Wilford, and watch this. He gets nicked on the face mask. He's going to drag a Falcon into the end zone with authority. A statement score for Brooksmith brings the score to 21-0. And Very Best, they just couldn't stop the stampede. Still first quarter, and Avery Wilford gets in on the fun. He takes the ball all the way for the touchdown. Brooksmith with a stable 28-0 lead. 54-0, Brooksmith the final. Some more scores from around the area. Ozona, they pick up their 4th straight win, 68-0 over Harper. And get this, over that 4-game winning streak, Ozona has outscored their opponents 237-0. Just absolutely absurd. The Lions take on the Junction Eagles on Friday at 7:30 p.m. But how did Junction do in week 4? That's a win for them over Menard. Junction, they'll take on Ozona, while Menard gets a match with Harper on Friday. That one also set to begin at 7:30 p.m. And last but not least, Eden, the Bulldogs, they get the win over Rochelle, 68-30, the final in that one. Eden has a date with Water Valley at their place on Friday. Kickoff time set for 7:30 p.m. And there's the highlights and scores. Week 4 of the high school football season is in the books, which only means one thing. It's time to throw it back and relive the week that was on the gridiron for high school football in this week's Concho Valley Rewind. A great week on the gridiron for high school football. A lot of exciting moments. If you want to go back and rewatch any of those highlights, head over to ConchoValleyHomepage.com. When we come back, we hit the court for high school volleyball. Stay with us.
The rule of 3 states, things that come in threes are inherently more appealing. We couldn't agree more. Three SUVs, 1 GMC. Get nearly $6,100 below MSRP on this 2019 GMC Terrain Denali. Plus, get over $1,300 additional purchase allowance when you finance through GM Financial. Visit Mitchell Buick GMC in San Angelo.
Hi, I'm Mike. MGB wants to be your MVP, most valuable payer. Bring your gold, silver, and diamonds to MGB, and you'll say,
I'm full of gold, and I like Mike.
On Avenue N by Angelo State.
Bowles Heating and Cooling is your Concho Valley leader for honest and reliable heating and cooling services. That's why they're proud to sponsor honest and reliable leaders like the hosts of the Concho Valley Homepage News Connection. Catch News Connection every weekday at 6 and 10 p.m.
Real people, steel people. They want real power, real options, and real value. Battery-powered trimmers, just $199.95. Battery-powered blowers, only $199.95. Battery power, made by Steel. Search STIHL or visit steeldealers.com.
Whether it's time to get to work or to your weekend, make sure it's all quality time. Get to Nissan Truck Month and save big on a J.D. Power award-winning truck, including Titan, best in quality, and Frontier, best in dependability. Both with the tech you want and the quality you need. Hurry in to Nissan Truck Month today. Get 0% financing for 72 months, plus cash back, and the Midnight Edition package at no extra charge.
Welcome back to Season Pass. Yes, Fridays are for football. Wings are for Wednesday, but what about Tuesdays? Well, if you couldn't guess, it's high school volleyball. We have highlights from 3 games last week, starting with a district matchup in District 3 6A. Central on the road in Abilene. Their second match of district against Abilene High. First set, Carolyn Detloff receives the serve, followed by a set by Veronica Guerrero, and Chelsea Weldon finishes it off, an early lead for Central. Later in the set, Ryan Broom spikes it over the net, sends it right in between 2 Lady Eagles. Point Central. Then Detloff with the pass to Guerrero, and Weldon with the misdirection tap. Lady Cats lead 16-13, which brings us to set point. The Lady Eagles on the attack, but the ball goes into the net. Lady Cats take the first set 25-17 and would go on to sweep Abilene High. Over to Bront, the Lady Longhorns taking on the Lady Wildcats of Water Valley. First set, watch Callista Minton Holland. She splits the defense for the kill, and Water Valley leads by 2, 6-4. Later, Carissa Kervinka trying to get Bront back in it. She hammers home the kill to cut Water Valley's lead to 18-13, which brings us to the set point, and Bailey Dawson puts the cherry on top with a monster kill. Lady Cats take a close set 1, 25-23. Second set now, Minton Holland dominated the net all night. She gets another kill to tie the set at 3. Oh yeah, guess what, guys? She can also serve it too. Minton Holland gets the service ace, her 3rd straight service ace of the set. Water Valley on top 8-4. Bront would actually push this thing to 5 sets, but Water Valley, they took care of business. Grape Creek hosting Sweetwater. Lady Eagles lost the first 2 sets. Now in the 3rd set, Lady Eagles trailing 17-12. Ivy Lane with the kill attempt, but it's blocked and it falls to the floor. Point goes to Grape Creek. Now trailing by 1, Jordan Stovall sets one up for Kylie Rivera. She gets the kill. She set tied at 20, tied at 23. Now Lady Mustangs on the attack, but Marissa Jasso with the block, and the Lady Eagles would go on to take the set 26-24. But in the 4th set, Sweetwater started with an 8-2 run and would finish off Grape Creek in the set. They win 3-1. High school volleyball going to start heating up here soon as we get deeper into district play. Coming up on Season Pass, we take an inside look at Angelo State athletics. Highlights from Pepsi Stadium in Kingsville coming right up. Stick with us.
Nowadays, ordering coffee is super easy, and so is buying a car during our payment reduction sale. Just log on to bassbunch.com, let us know you want to lower your payment or at least keep it the same, and we'll do the rest.
Right now, you can get a brand new 2019 Mazda CX-3 Sport for just $179.51 per month.
Don't miss this opportunity at Jim Bass Cars and Trucks. Shop 24/7 at bassbunch.com.
Fall is fast approaching, and at Trend Furniture, it's time for the end-of-season clearance. During our end-of-season clearance, all the luxurious neutral tones of all the wonderful grays out right now, we have on sale between 30 and 50% off all gray tone sofas, plus select bedroom chests 30 to 50% off, and complete bedroom sets on closeout. So come take advantage of all these spectacular savings during our season-end clearance sale, all with 36 months no interest. Trend Furniture across from Sunset Mall, 4002 Wellington.
Hi, I'm Darren Black with my son Chris Black and my grandkids Maverick and Presley. I'd like to say thank you for allowing Black Plumbing to be a part of your family for the past 25 years.
And we look forward to serving you for the next 25 years.
Or the next 50 years.
On behalf of the best employees in Texas, we'd like to thank you for making Black Plumbing your professional choice for the past 25 years.
The pros who know are ready to go. Call on Black Plumbing. Help is on the way. Thank you.
This is the nimble Chevy Trax, the versatile Chevy Equinox, the stylish all-new Chevy Blazer, and the roomy Chevy Traverse with seating for up to 8. The Chevy family of SUVs. No matter what you're looking for in an SUV, Chevy's got you covered.
Get over $4,000 below MSRP on this Traverse. Plus, current competitive owners get an additional $2,000 cash allowance. Chevy drives Texas. Find new roads.
Welcome back to Season Pass. So far this fall, the ASU athletic teams have displayed nothing but dominance, and that trend continued last week. Starting with the Angelo State volleyball team, they picked up back-to-back matches to open up Lone Star Conference play. The Bells traveled to Canyon on Friday and defeated West Texas A&M 3-1, behind a game-high 21 kills from Mackenzie Griffin. Angelo State then hit the road to Portales, New Mexico, and swept the Eastern New Mexico Greyhounds. You can check out those highlights. And then the Bells, they returned home for the soccer team. They actually traveled to Austin, and they picked up a dramatic win, 1-0 in double overtime. The ASU soccer team definitely hungry to pick up another win. They battled and opened up Lone Star Conference play yesterday against Texas A&M Kingsville. Let's go ahead and hit those highlights. The Javelinas riding in style, taking on Angelo State, and this one wouldn't be much of a showing. Here's a sneaky sweep. Elise Thomas gets it in for the score. 7-0. Angelo State strikes first later in the first. Hawks punting inside their own 10, and it gets blocked. Ball would end up rolling out of the end zone for a safety. And just like that, the Rams go up 9-0. And let's jump to the second quarter. Angelo State with another great opportunity. Payne Sullins dumping one off to Lloyd Howard, and Howard takes care of the rest, leaping his way in for 6. The Rams go on to win big, 44-7. Sullins finished with 370 passing yards and 4 touchdowns. Undefeated Angelo State will host 3-0 Midwestern State next Saturday at 6 p.m. Coming up on Season Pass, we'll announce our Player of the Week. We also have highlights from around the NFL, MLB, and college football. Stay with us.
This is the nimble Chevy Trax, the versatile Chevy Equinox, the stylish all-new Chevy Blazer, and the roomy Chevy Traverse with seating for up to 8. The Chevy family of SUVs. No matter what you're looking for in an SUV, Chevy's got you covered.
Get over $4,000 below MSRP on this Traverse. Plus, current competitive owners get an additional $2,000 cash allowance. Chevy drives Texas. Find new roads.
Sonic's got all my fair faves.
Cheddar peppers, 99-cent corn dogs, Oreo a la mode. I love the fair. All the prizes you can win.
Totally. Do you win all those?
Winning's for suckers. I bought these.
Hurry in. Fair faves start at 99 cents and order ahead for happy hour anytime.
Season Pass, it's time now to announce our Player of the Week. We're able to narrow down the selection to 3 nominees, and this week we throw the award over to a student athlete in Paint Rock. Senior running back Derek Plumley is this week's Player of the Week after leading Paint Rock to its first win since November 10th, 2017, snapping a 13-game losing streak. Plumley racked up 223 yards and 6 touchdowns in the Indians' 57-12 Mercy Rule win over Panther Creek last Friday. Paint Rock, a team that's working with their 5th head coach in 5 years, will look to build off the win this Friday against Brooksmith. Kickoff for that one set for 7:30 p.m. 223 yards and 6 touchdowns for Paint Rock's Derek Plumley, the Player of the Week.
Player of the Week is sponsored by Southwest Pools and Spas.
After 38 years of dedication to the Central Bobcats, former PA announcer Sonny Clear is walking away from the booth. I had the chance to sit down with him last week and tell his story. Here's a sneak peek, and for the rest, head over to ConchoValleyHomepage.com.
Welcome to San Angelo Stadium for this premier performance, home season, featuring the Bobcats.
Just knowing the history that he has here as that announcer, as that position, and everybody in the stadium knows Sonny. Everybody that leaves here remembers that voice.